Hey guys, hope everything is going well. You guys know that drill. Smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't, and comment down below. Follow me on Instagram at AIH underscore sports. Follow me on my finance channel at AIH Finance. Alrighty, this coming weekend, I do not think I will be doing a live stream. Just some guests coming over, so wanted to tell you that. Also, uh, I wanted to segue into this discussion that I'm going to have about how everyone is bearish because the stock market's going down and also cards have been going down. And whenever I see this much negative, you could say negative sentiment from guys that were super bullish in the past, that's when I want to buy. Now, and for stocks that I've been doing that. And yeah, sure, my portfolio has taken a hit, but I think a lot of people's portfolio have taken a hit. Now, regarding sports cards, it's quite interesting. And I do look at sentiment, like I tell you. And for instance, in the stock market, there's a CNN Fear Greed Index. I know some people are saying, like, hey, who cares about CNN, right? And one of the things that they do well though is that fear greed index, and I think last week was 6, very bearish sentiment. So I want to do the opposite of what the crowd's doing. And there's no real index in terms of sports cards, but I see many people that were, you know, you gotta get rid of the negativity in this hobby and all that stuff, and now they're a bit defensive than before. They're not as confident as they were before when the markets were in their favor. And I just find that quite interesting. And, some people ask, or, they may say that, hey, why do you have all these chats going on your live stream? Why don't you block people? Why don't you tell people to, tone it down, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera? And this conversation came about. I didn't talk about it until today, but this conversation came about in the Great Curators in Merly World's live stream the other day, and they were saying that, hey, you gotta stop having your fans talking like this. And I do want to address this. So first of all, in my videos, I usually let people comment away. Now, there is YouTube that deletes comments, so if you say something off base, it may automatically delete it. And it's happened to me where I'm not blocked on a person's channel and I see that, okay, I can see my comments later on. There's just certain things, like for instance, if you mention Instagram, IG, YouTube, I believe, will take that down. And I wasn't trying to promote anyone's IG. I was just saying, hey, this is what I found on this person's IG, and it's relevant to the conversation. It's not spam, but that's what happens. Okay, so there's that. The other thing is they were saying that you should make sure your fans don't get out of line. So I have people in my comment section in previous videos. They completely come after me. They destroy my argument, or they're saying that I'm a clown, I'm an idiot, I'm etc. Right? And I think I've only blocked 3 people to this day on my channel. But I try not to, unless I'm forced to, because I don't want to like really police what people say. YouTube already does that because they delete comments, so there's that. But like for instance, there's the Top Shot video where people just watch that, avoiding Top Shot like the plague. I did it over a year ago. I replayed that a couple of weeks ago, but the original video has about 2,000 views. People were coming at me, so it just goes both ways. Where it's not only someone may be saying things about another content creator, which I may not agree with, by the way. They come after me too. And I want I want to go with the motto of the guy from the UFC, Dana White. He lets them talk. Doesn't mean I don't think Dana White agrees, what Conor McGregor says. I think Conor McGregor says crazy things. And ultimately, karma comes back to him when he smack talks about Poirier, saying I'm gonna hospitalize you, and then Poirier kicks his tail in what 5-10 minutes, and he's on a stretcher. So it is what it is. I let people talk. Doesn't mean I agree with them. Just because I show comments on my live stream doesn't mean that I agree with those individuals. So I wanted to put that out. And I do view sentiment. Sentiment is huge, in my opinion. And I also saw um, a lot of comments directed toward me. It's strange that some people hate me. Some people, like I said in other videos, that I'm like Tucker Carlson because I ask questions. And they were saying that some of the followers that I have are oath keepers or are proud boys. I mean, that's just crazy. But I do that because I want to measure sentiment. Over a year ago, when I would say that the political situation was much more crazier than it is now, and that's saying a lot, but I believe the society was a little more crazier. We were locked down. And I didn't see any of those comments anywhere. There may have been sporadically, but now it's just in my chat room, right? And yeah, regarding Merly World, I mean, I think he's a nice guy, but he was calling some of my fans freaking Proud Boys. So that was part of the thing that he didn't mention. But regardless, everyone is entitled to their opinion. What I'm trying to say is that this type of sentiment wasn't there before. People weren't coming after me before. And this is a time where I see all of this you could say drama, you could say uh, childish behavior. This is a time where I want to be like, okay, what cards that I can buy, I could wake up in 10 years. I don't have to worry about a recession. I don't have to worry about inflation, deflation, stagflation, whatever. What do I believe will go higher in value 10 years from now just waking up? If I just put it away, lock it up in a safe, right? And a lot of cards, I still am not confident because we went through this pandemic. The pandemic artificially increased the prices of these cards because so much monopoly money was given. We were stuck at home. This brought in more capital than we ever thought. Came into sports cards. Now it's coming back to normal. So, yeah, and I was talking to the cage lawyer about this. I was like, hey, there are opportunities, but it's just going to be slow money. It's going to be a low yield, in my opinion. And I looked at the case of Franco Nevada over a decade ago. While gold has remained constant over the past 10 years, since the top in 2011, what stock or miner has gone up? It's Franco Nevada. It's the cream of the crop. It provides finances to gold miners. So I want to find the cream of the crop. What's the cream of the crop? Well, normally I'd say it's the GOAT rookies, but the GOAT rookies, in my opinion, are still artificially inflated because of the pandemic. So then I'm like, okay, I want to look at some GOAT cards that aren't rookies and go from there and try to see, okay, is this accurately priced? And then even if there's a recession, I could still weather the storm. Doesn't mean I'm going to be right, but I want to anticipate before the big money comes into this. So, while everyone's bearish, while everyone's a bit nervous, I do believe that this is a time to find opportunities, but selective opportunities. I do believe that all this market downturn especially for the stock market, you could even say for sports cards, the dollar has been really, really strong. The dollar index, I think, hit close to 104. And for assets, equities, for cards, collectibles, precious metals that I follow, gold, silver, I believe the bounce that I did before, a video before, is going to be helping with the dollar going down, dollar index. And yeah, I know some flippers may not find this useful. I understand that some collectors may not find this useful, but this is my hobby. I like talking about these type of things. And yeah, I do believe there will be opportunities even for the next decade. But once again, it's going to be challenging, no doubt about this. And anything modern, I'm not going to be touching. There's just way too much supply out there. I'm trying to look for low population cards people aren't touching. And I've mentioned this in that video I did with Cage Lawyer and Andrew Goldberg with the Luca Nation podcast. I also have talked about this in previous videos myself. Anyways, guys, like Rolling with FD would say, what's your play? What are you looking at while the market's been going down? I got a $400 check from a lawsuit with Facebook. State of Illinois. They're just giving it $400 if you have a Facebook account. So yeah, I'll deploy some of that money in. Anyways, guys, and also, if I see some other cards, I'm going to be selectively dollar cost averaging into some of these GOATs, non-rookie cards. Anyways, guys, let me know what's up. Remember to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't, and comment down below, guys. Thank you. Bye.